Hey guys, this is Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today we're going to be diving into the December 2022 reading. Oh my gosh, can't believe the end of 2022 is upon us. So I am actually up at the homestead. We are having, I think, just maybe one last load of items before we call it complete, and then we are up here full time. And then we're going to get started getting ready for hashtag burning sage. So all right, so I decided to, of course, pre-record this video. Usually I like to do a live chat with each of the zodiac signs, but I want to take a look into the energy for all of us for December of 2022. What's coming our way? What are some things that we can transmute? What are some things that we can, avoid and maybe work around, or some things to watch out for, some opportunities? So let's go ahead and take a look at the theme. Before I get started, let me show you what decks I'm working with. So I'm actually out here kind of in the gully because it's a little windy, and it's a little less windy down here. But anywho, I have the Fairy Forest Oracle, and I'm going to bust out the Northern Animal Tarot, my Green Witch Tarot, which stays in this little pouch, and V11 Crystal's Winter's Embrace Oracle. So I thought this would be really fun for December. Okay, so let's bust out the Fairy Forest, and let's see kind of just what the theme is for 2022, kind of what we can expect. So let's see. And I encourage you guys to pull some cards as well. I know we're not live, but I really do like it when you guys pull cards and we all share with each other. So if you do end up pulling some cards for December of 2022, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, the messages that you gain, because I think that just expands upon the reading. I think it makes it more rich, more colorful. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the theme. Ooh, looks like we got a theme card. We have Shapeshifter, Transformation, Primal Wisdom, and Instinct. Nice. And you know what, actually, as I can see all the owl feathers on this lady's head, we usually have a couple of owls that we hear hooting back and forth, but since it's been getting really cold up here, we haven't heard our owls, so that's something that I'm missing. But let me dive into this for our theme. Okay, so collectively, it feels like although we've already been going through lots of shifts and changes and transformation for quite a few years now, and it just feels a little bit more intense these days because people's consciousnesses are expanding. So maybe where you were before didn't seem as though there was a lot of shifting and changing just due to the expansion of awareness. It's just that more obvious nowadays. And with the collective consciousness always putting a lot of emphasis and thought and energy, and as we know, thought is energy, into the new year, getting ready for 2022, and already feeling all this transformation and shift, that it's going to be felt even more. Not to say that huge things would change, but the feeling of change and the feeling of, okay, things are going to get a little bit more expansive, and I'm ready for this right there in 2022 in December. So getting towards the end of December, as we're wrapping up the year, just the collective getting ready for 2023, kind of, all the worries, all the fears, but then also the things that people are looking forward to, all the things that people can't wait to dive into. And it's going to be felt, and it's going to be much more visceral this time around. So you guys get ready for that. Freaking A! Okay, and then I want to pull from my Green Witch Tarot here. Let's just pull a few cards for maybe what we can, what else is coming up, and how does that tie into the theme card? All right, looks like we have card 1, card 2, and card 3. Okay, put these back in the little pouch just so they don't fly out or fall away. Okay, we have the Knight of Athames, which would be like the Knight of Swords. We have the Queen of Chalices. Okay, Queen of Cups, I see you. And then we have the witch, which is the magician in RWS. Okay, so interesting. We have one major arcana and we have 2 court cards. And our elements are water and air. But of course, we know that the magician works with all of the elements, even though seemingly the elements of fire and earth are missing. So let's go ahead and dive into this. What does this mean for us for December? Okay. All right. So, like I said, we're already preparing for a shift. Thus, we create our own shift because we are the manifestors on the planet. We are the biggest manifestors on the planet. So whatever we put our collective thought into, it occurs. And of course, it feels like people are saying, oh, well, it occurred because that's just the way that things are. Well, it occurred because we put our thought into it and made it occur. So it feels like there is another stripping away of the ego, and that's going to look different for a lot of us because not all of us have the same shadows or traumas or ego programming, and it feels like another layer of that, another giant chunk of that layer is going to be peeled away for the majority of the collective, thus bringing us more into the heart space. And as we know, there are a lot of people coming together as far as families. So there's a lot of people coming together for Christmas, for Yule, for Kwanzaa, for Hanukkah, for all these different types of celebrations. And so what seems to be missing, with the earth and the fire, is actually there if we can only strip back the ego a little further, which we will, bringing us more into that heart space. Oh my gosh. This is going to be so transformative, you guys. Okay. Sorry, just keeping an eye out because, I am in the middle of the wilderness and I do have to keep an eye out for animals. Okay. All right. So just closing up those things. And then let's take a look at the Northern Animal Tarot for a possible opportunity and a possible blockage, because we want to figure out how we can transmute that blockage. Okay. Let's see here. We have December 2022. Okay, let's take a look at a possible blockage so we can figure out how we could transmute it, how we could work around it, how we can get creative with it. Let's see. Ooh, actually, this is one of the extra cards that's in the deck. Okay, the message coming through, one of the biggest blocks is, of course, and always has been, our ego. And like I said, we're having a big layer of that again, getting stripped away before the end of the year. And like I said, it's going to look different for all of us. But this time, with some of the things that we fear most, actually the one major thing, kind of where it's stemming from in our core beliefs, where that one major thing is stemming from, we stop, we take a look at it and we say, if this were my higher self, why would my higher self put me into a fear state where I'm constantly looking over my shoulder, like, whoa, how is that going to work and how's that going to work? Is that really my higher self speaking? Or if my higher self was all-knowing and all-seeing and connected to the divine as I am, then wouldn't it empower me with opportunities and solutions instead of just having me sit and, in a chair and bite my nails with worry? So next time that this occurs for you, and no matter what capacity or no matter how much fear or anxiety or worry that you have, pause and say, okay, I know that my emotions are showing me that my ego is full of fear, full of worry right now. So even more do I have to drop into the heart space. Even more do I have to connect to my higher self. Otherwise, my ego is just going to have me spin away, off into little worry land, and I don't know how that's going to help me. So if we want solutions, definitely go into the higher self. All right. So, and I know that sounds like a well duh, but we're only human, and it's very easy, even though many of us have stripped away a lot of parts of our ego, there are just so many facets and so many layers, and the ego takes on so many faces. So just be mindful. Your emotions are speaking to you. Pay attention to them. And when you feel like you're in those negative emotions, your feelings, your emotions are trying to tell you that now's the time to drop into that heart space. So it's just a reminder. That's what it is. Okay. So let's take a look at a possible blockage. And we have the 9 of Wands. Okay, well now we have a Wands card. This guy's out in the cold. It's a little chilly today. I mean, it's like maybe in the upper 30s, maybe with the wind chill factor. Low 40s maybe. Okay. Opportunities. Okay. No matter what you were taught in school about, you got to get it done, you got your responsibilities all on you, you do it yourself, this is all about coming together. This is community. So no matter what it is that you're working on, I don't care if you're just cleaning the kitchen. Talk about it with people, share it with people, maybe bring a friend over, I don't know, play some music, do some wild kitchen karaoke, and get the dishes done or clean the kitchen or whatever it is that you have to do. So there is an opportunity to make the mundane that much more fun, and to realize that there is more joy and more to learn and more expansion when connecting with people, even if you're just bringing in one friend. It doesn't have to be a whole house party. I mean, you can have one if you want one, but this is all about really understanding what it means to be part of a collective, which we are, part of a world community. So some good stuff going on there. All right, I want to do one final message. Let me see, just make sure that I'm not putting these backward there. All right, and let's use the Winter's Embrace Oracle for that. Okay. Oops, don't want to make my little bag to fly away. Okay. Looks like we have our card. Put these back in the bag so the little pouch doesn't fly away. Ooh, hidden knowledge. Okay. As things are getting peeled away towards the end of December, another layer of the ego looking different for all of us, like I said, there is a different way, a vastly different way of looking at the world that maybe just isn't spoken about, maybe isn't even privy to even the people that are the most connected to their higher selves, that there's just something that will be a lot more obvious to a lot of people, no matter where their consciousness level lies. So, and when I speak of consciousness levels, I'm not talking about somebody being better or anything. It's just a feeling and a looking at the world differently, connecting it to it differently, and understanding the third dimension vastly different than other people, just depending on the consciousness level, but is by no means to talk down on somebody who they say is a low consciousness level. It's just the level that they're at, and that's perhaps the level of their contract. And the same for the people that maybe are at a very high vibrational consciousness level. So just wanted to put that in there. But there's something, no matter what level, quote unquote level, that you are at, like it's gonna blow some minds. And I'm curious to know what that is. So, because they're not saying what it is. It's like, oh, just get ready. And I'm like, okay, all right. So, all right, well, get ready, everyone. And they're also saying too that it's the information that is presented. People will take it in differently because obviously we have different belief systems, different backgrounds, different cultures. So that kind of colors the way we perceive our world. But we're all going to perceive something that has us questioning. All of us questioning, which is good. We want to get into a curiosity phase, a questioning phase, because when we go questioning, when we get into a sleuthing phase, this is when we uncover more. This is when we understand more. And remember, knowledge is power. So, all right, you guys, this sounds like December is going to be pretty wild, and I'm excited for it. And hey, we're going to be up here in the mountains for it. So let's get ready. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you want a more personalized reading, I do one-on-one readings. So go ahead and check out my website down below, kittensweightsandtarot.com. I have a lot of different types of readings. I'm also on Etsy, but either or, check out either site. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding, ding, ding notification bell for more videos just like this. And don't forget to check out Desert Cauldron. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram. All that information, all the YouTube memberships and Patreon and all that good stuff. Leon Mystery School, all is linked down below. And like I said, I'm wishing you all a wonderful December and happy holidays, no matter what holiday it is that you are celebrating. All right, peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.